I've never seen any tutors with this gut. She steals the owner's clothes to try on in the middle of the night. And even starts dancing. After being caught, she confidently takes them off. And purposefully reveals her sexy pajamas. The owner is dumbfounded. After putting her clothes on, this tutor is both singing and touching furniture in the living room. She has absolutely no intention of hiding her lust. She even comes to the male owner and asks, "Anything I can do for you?" This tutor is Kong Juk-young. After being hired to work at this chaebol family. When seeing the dinner is being prepared, she blatantly walks over and takes the food. The new maid thinks that she's the owner. "I'm not a madam. But it is sure nice to hear." Kong is so brave and blatant. But she treats the son of this family really well. When she sees the diary full of regrets, she thinks that he's bullied. So she's mad and wants to sort this out for him. Then it turns out to be a song lyric. Seo Hee-soo is the second daughter-in-law of this Hyewon family. Before Kong, Seo has invited a lot of tutors, but she wasn't happy with any of them. When she sees Kong is treating Ha-jun so well, she wants to keep Kong. Actually, Seo is Ha-jun's stepmother. Interestingly, the three female owners of the Hyewon family are all stepmothers. The first stepmother is Yong Soon-hai. She gave birth to a useless son and a crazy daughter. Not only that, she has to raise her husband's son, Han Ji-young. The second stepmother is the oldest daughter-in-law, who is the beautiful and talented general manager of Jong Seo Group, and the wife of the eldest son Han Jin-ho. Jong also needs to take care of the son of her husband's first wife. She and her husband got to know each other and married. She also knew that she has to look after the son for husband's first wife, Ha-jun. Are you dizzy now? You can look at this diagram to imagine easily. Although they are all stepmothers, obviously each of them has a personality type. Each person's personality is recognized only through a dinner. At that dinner, Joing is wearing a tailored dress. The mother-in-law is wearing a traditional dress. But they all agree to wear black to highlight the formality and elegance. However, the second daughter-in-law takes her black jacket off, which makes her definitely stand out. One of us should muster up the courage to try something new. The oldest daughter-in-law just stares at her without saying anything. And the mother-in-law doesn't look pleasant. But the men sitting around are attracted. The father-in-law seems to be satisfied. This dinner intends to give this blue diamond necklace, worth hundreds of millions of dollars for one of them. But when he hasn't given it to anyone yet, the company sends a bad news. After hearing that, he couldn't stand it and fall into a coma. Then both his family and company seem to have lost their leader. Everybody has their own plan. And the war for power also officially begins. The mother-in-law knows that the necklace is for the second daughter-in-law. She's afraid that her stepson will steal everything from her. So she rushes to make a plan. Her squad has 2 people including her son and daughter. Unfortunately, her son is such a playboy. Her daughter is in the newspaper because of bullying her staff. None of them is trustworthy. So she immediately calls her grandchild, Han Soo-hyuk, who is studying abroad, to come back. But Han Soo-hyuk is just an infatuated guy. This man has fallen in love with a maid. They both have problems with sleeping, because they can only sleep well when the other one is next to. It definitely looks like a miserable love story. An important talent in the mother-in-law squad doesn't care about the company because of the maid. The qualification of the stepson's family seems to be better. But he's scared that Han Ha-jun's stepchild identity will be revealed. Seo is trying her best to teach Ha-jun and become a good mom. That's why Han Ha-jun still doesn't know that he's not her son. The person with the greatest chance of winning is the oldest daughter-in-law. But the board of directors has given the oldest son the chairman position. More surprisingly, the person who has created all those things is Kong. I can help your son become the representative. Kong controls everything in this chaebol family. But nobody knows what her real purpose is. Seo also finds Kong weird. Ever since Kong came, her husband, who has been very in love with her every day, suddenly mentions his first wife who died in an accident. His son, who is always close to her, suddenly doesn't care about her after he comes back from school. When Seo follows him to school, she's found out that a woman has told him that his mom is not his real mom. Seo is so pissed off. She immediately tells other rich women to isolate that talkative woman. Kong also knows this and gets mad. She puts a red dress on and comes to the talkative woman's house. Kong immediately slaps them. One slap, then more and more. They couldn't fight back. But that talkative woman is not going to let it go that easily. She goes to the hospital to do an injury assessment and plans to sue Seo's family. Seo blames Kong that you're a mere tutor, so how dare you act like his mom. So Kong comes to apologize to the talkative woman. Whatever you decide to do, please accept my apology, ma'am. She thinks that Kong is scared of her and shouts at Kong. Unexpectedly, Kong turns on her. Can you handle the consequences? Kong starts telling the bad things she has done, and threatens her to keep her mouth shut. While being mad upset, she unintentionally reveals her real identity. If your son bullies my son out of jealousy for his highest marks again, I will crush your son's soul with my own 2 hands. That woman freaks out. Unexpectedly, Han Ha-jun's birth mother is the woman in front of her. That year, Kong pretended to die after the accident. She had plastic surgery and came back here, just to get whatever belongs to her. Kong was killed by this Chable family before, so she comes back to revenge. Other people are deceived, except for the oldest daughter-in-law who has found Kong strange, and started following her by installing cameras in the house. Everything is under her control. When she knows the love story of the maid and her stepson, she intentionally reveals it to her mother-in-law so that she can kick the maid out for her. She's not only laying down the law at the company, but also covering up the bad news of her sister-in-law in a very clever way. While everybody is fighting against each other, she controls both sides. But everyone has their own secret. The day when she went to meet her mysterious friend was filmed by the housekeeper. Although the housekeeper gives her the phone, everything that has been revealed puts her under great pressure. She immediately asks a nun for psychological counseling. You must open it, and what do you see inside? Expectedly, she opens the door. The movie called Mine seems to be more intense than the Penthouse series. The relationship of the characters in the movie is complicated, and the resentments are all related to this Chable family. This woman is visiting the father-in-law. Do you know the father-in-law still has a wife whom he loves? Could this nun be that woman? In addition, the relationship between the couples in the movie is also complicated. This is the end of our movie today. Don't forget to like and follow us.